Or you only have done question 5?
No. The question 3 and question 4
No
done.
problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only the question 5 I don't know.
okay. Do you need me to discuss the question 3 and question 4 again?
Okay. Can.
You want?
The question for the standard deviation, I cannot get the 1.6329.
What did you get?
I get 2 point something.
Oh.
I got 2.065 for the standard deviation process
Uh-huh.
question.
Are you using the sample formula or the
Ah,
population formula?
yeah, the sample.
Okay, what is your value of summation fx squared? Hello? Fx squared. The value
4 point.
4 point?
Yeah. mm,
44,000, you mean?
What? 44,000? Why 44,000?
The fx squared, the f summation of fx squared.
Wait, summation of fx squared?
Mm-hmm. Well, never mind. Let me show it. I because the thing is, yesterday we didn't have the session, like a full complete session. I asked you guys to watch another video, a recorded video, because of the no electricity at my place. So I think it's fair that I show you the working for each one of the question, so that there would be no how do you say, no missing steps in answering the question. Okay, so I will discuss with you one by one. So I hope you have the question with you, and also I'm assuming that you have your solution in front of you. So I'm going to share my Jamboard now. Is that okay?
Okay.
Are you all ready?
Yeah.
So I won't be showing the question, okay, because the question I will display on my PC, and my Jamboard, I have to use my iPad so that it's easier for me to write, okay? So I hope you guys are looking at your, how do you say that? Your question, of course. So, yeah, let me get to the Jamboard. Okay. So can you see the screen? Is it okay?
Can.
Empty Jamboard now. Yeah. So I'm looking at question number 3, and we can see that question number 3 is concerning 12 of the 50 children. So you need to be careful about this, even though it says 50, you see the number 50 there, but basically it's only focusing the 12 students. Yeah. So another thing you should be able to see now is that the data has not been arranged in any way, isn't it? Yeah. So we want to calculate the mean, median, and mode. Now, I just want to point out these because marks are allocated for each step, especially in degree. Your working is required that you show all the steps so that you can get, the full mark. Yeah. So the first thing is you must arrange the values in ascending order. You can also arrange it in descending order, but for this data, the 12 data that we have, you have to arrange it starting from
Lowest.
yeah, from the lowest to the biggest. I'm having problems with my pen. Just now I tried already. Okay, let me activate it first. Okay, oops. Can't seem to write. Oh, okay, my bad. So we have 47, 48, 49. You have to arrange it in this way. This must be written in your answer, okay? Sorry for my handwriting. Even though I have my pen, it's still horrible. You can see, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, is it lacking?
A bit.
Plus?
Um,
Okay,
Okay.
so these are the numbers that you should have. 47, 48, 49 until 54. And immediately you should be able to know what is your mode. Yes or not? Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, this is a very simple question. Hey, I'm surprised. For question number 4, did I ask you to do this standard deviation?
Like, no.
Yeah.
Uh,
Calvin?
I didn't do.
Yeah.
Because it's got slice. I don't know.
I haven't covered that yesterday, did I?
I just do ahead.
Okay, no wonder. I was like, after a while, then I remember. Okay, anyhow, just to show you that this must be written, okay? And then what is your summation of x? Summation of x means you have to add all of these values. What is the value that you should get? You should get? Oh,
Is it 612?
yeah, 612. And how do you get this is you add all of that value. And you must also list down what is your summation x squared, which is 31,268. And we know our n is equal to 12. Okay, so basically to find the mean. Now this question doesn't ask you to give any comment, yeah, it's just a basic calculation. So to find the mean, it's basically, it's a sample. So we label it as x bar. So it's actually summation x divided by n. So what we have here is therefore 612 divided by 12. And that should give you 51. Um, it's a bit illogical, yeah? 12 members, each estimate the height of the top of the church tower. Okay, so logical. It's not about the height of the students, but the height of the top of a church tower. So that means our answer is, hang on, it's 51.5 meters. Yes or not?
Oh,
Uh,
mean
uh,
is 51.
Sorry. Correct.
yeah.
I'm
It's
looking
51.
at a different one. I'm looking at the median. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 51. Thank you for alerting me on that. It's correct already.
Oh, we don't need the sum of x. We don't need to write one by one the 47 plus 50.
No. It only
And then,
creates a waste of time during the
yeah,
exam.
I was
Isn't
when I was doing, I was like,
Yeah.
really troublesome, right?
it? No. So you
Oh,
just,
okay.
yeah. So don't waste time doing that because you can immediately use your calculator to do this, right? So yeah. So this is the answer for the mean. Yeah, some student ask me also about writing the formula. Yeah, is it necessary? It's not. If you immediately, if you immediately go and write the value here without writing this, it's okay. Yeah, just to highlight that to all of you, right?
Miss,
And yeah,
the Eric missing
sorry.
another 50.
Oh, did I miss the 50?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. Thank you. So there should be another 50 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, but of course, class, this one is necessary to be written, okay, as part of your answer, because just to show that you have arranged the data in ascending order, and also this writing of the arrangement of the values is very important for this type of question, like it's raw data, because the number are not very, it's considered small, less than 15, then you can list out. So it is expected of you to write it down. Yeah, I've seen marking scheme require student to do that, and normally it's allocated 1 mark. Yeah, so just to be sure. Now, since I didn't ask you guys to do standard deviation, yeah, only Calvin is, I think you did it based on your past knowledge, is it, Calvin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this, I've written the summation x squared, which is 31,268. How do I get that? Just for the benefit of Noel and Farrell to recall back, I think you still remember, is that each of the values 47, 48, 49, up to 54, each of the values you have to square them and then add them to give you 31,268. Again, the calculation of it, you do not need to show how, I mean, like the whole length writing of it. You just write it like that, like a declaration. You have calculated it using a calculator. It's okay. Yeah. So since Calvin already has done it, I'm sure I think Noel and Farah hasn't done it. I just would discuss the question though, the standard deviation, just to ensure that you are familiar with the formula, and therefore you are able to how do you say, you're able to focus better during our next class. Yeah, wait. Hold on, my daughter is here. She wants to ask me something. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that. Apparently, the gas man is here, and our gas has run out of gas, and she's asking money from me, my daughter. Well, actually, the husband asked me. He asked her. Well, anyhow, let's go to the. Do you all can hear me?
Yeah.
Can.
Yeah, okay. So the next one is the median. That's the next thing that the question asks. So it's practically wait, it's practically M. Well, I don't really use the letter M for median. Just write the whole median. So it's ungrouped data, yeah. So we write N plus 1. Yeah. TH indicate that it is the position. All right. So it's practically, because we have N equals to 12 plus 1 divided by 2, and hence we get 6.5 position. So a lot of students, they didn't show this. So, automatically you would just look at the data that has been arranged, and immediately you go and, okay, the median is so and so. So they didn't write this. Again, student lose marks because they didn't show this working. Okay, so that's the requirement of the marking method, and that's why I want to share with you all this so that you know. So the 6.5 position. So thank you, Noel, for reminding me about the 50 just now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's between these two numbers. Yes or no? So that means in order to get the median, it is basically 51 plus 52 divided by 2. And that should give us 51.5 meters. Is our answer. Any question, class?
No.
No.
No problem. And the mode is quite straightforward. Nothing needs to be done. You just have to view. And by looking at the mode, you can, looking at the data, you can see 52 is the most common. And therefore, you just declare that 52 meters. No need calculation in this case. Yeah. I believe this question also asks range. Yes or no?
Oh, yeah.
Did I cover range with you guys? I think I
yeah.
did. Yeah. So range is referring to the biggest value, which is 54, and the smallest is 47. So you just need to minus them. 54 minus 47, and that gives you 7 meters.
You have to write the meters every time.
Oh, yes, unit of measurement, yes. You can just use M, it's okay. But when the question has a value of measurement, then it is advisable to write. During our marking session, because it involved with many different branches, just to be clear with all of you, we do have when we're doing a marking, we have a discussion with all the markers all over Malaysia. And there are cases students who didn't write the unit of measurement. So it depends during that exam session, you know. By right, students should write so that they get the full mark. So some examiners, they are quite strict. They say, no, must have the unit of measurement. So to be safe, better you write the unit of measurement. Yeah. So let me clear the screen a bit. Is that clear already before I clear it? Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cancel. I just want to clear all this. Just to show, I don't want to clear the whole thing because I want the value of 31,000 just now. So this is how we should do the calculation. Because we still have the standard deviation, yeah. So the standard deviation I will explain on Monday. That's what we're going to do on Monday. But just to, you know, because I already asked you to do this question, I don't want to come back here on this question again. So let's do the standard deviation. So because this is a sample, how do we know it's a sample? Because you look at the question 3, 12 member of class of 50 children. So 50 children is basically in that sentence referring to the population. The population is 50 children and we only take 12. So therefore it is a sample. Yeah. A sample. First thing the question asks us to find is the variance, right? So we say it as a sample variance. And basically, here, in case you have forgotten the formula, because it's a sample, I will explain during the lecture again later. The formula is summation x squared minus summation x to the power 2 divided by n, and then you divide by n minus 1. So this is the formula of the sample variance for variance, okay? And we already agreed it is a sample. So for this, what we do is the summation x squared, just like I've already circled in blue there, the value is 31,268 because how do I get the total 31,268 is from each of the values, the 12 values, you just squared it, yeah, power to it, and then add them all up to give you 31,268. Okay, I hope that is clear. And then minus summation of x, we already got it at 612 divided by n, and you know the n is a 12. Don't forget the 612, square it. Yeah, and everything here must be divided by 11 because 12 minus 1. And Calvin, have you calculated this? What do you get? Calvin?
Oh, just a long way to do. I got 5.09. 5.09.
Yeah, correct. But to be more accurate, I got 5.0909 meters squared. Yeah. Why do we have the meter squared here? Okay, because this is a variance. And well, that's the problem. I haven't finished the syllabus. But then just to inform everyone, if it's a sample, Yeah, if it's a sample, the symbol we use is S squared. If it's a population, yeah, for variance, if it's a population, for variance, it is sigma squared. All right. So for this, that's the answer. That's the answer for the sample variance. Of course, you have to calculate this. I hope you can calculate it. How about you, Noel and Farah? Can you get the 5.091?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, because it's just playing around with the calculator. Farah, can you calculate it?
Yeah.
You can, So same thing for the sample standard deviation. Yeah, sample standard deviation. It is symbolized as S. Yeah, and what we do in order to get the sample standard deviation is simply square root the 5.0909. That means if you have already obtained the variance, you can easily get the standard deviation by just square rooting the value that you get in the variance. That means square root 5.0909, and that would be 2.2563 meter. And notice that the m, there's no squared. So it corresponds, if the variance, the unit of measurement, you must write the squared. But for standard deviation, no need to put the squared because we already square rooted it. Any question, class?
Miss,
Yeah.
how many decimal place?
How many
Usually.
decimal places? Yeah, to be safe, it's best to put 4 decimal places. That's the standard at Thai UC. Some examiner, they insist for 6 decimal places, but I think it's too much. 4 is suitable. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 4 is okay. Especially calculation concerning currency, money, that one you just put 2 decimal places would be fine.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So is that clear on this explanation, class?
Clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Calvin, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we go on to the next question, question number 4. So question number 4 is slightly different. It is concerning with value with the frequency frequency value already. So let me clear this whole screen. Okay, and we're going to do the calculation now for question number 4. And for this question number 4, you have to create the table, okay? Meaning because we have 1,000, and you see the word sample in the question, a random sample of 1,000 surnames. That means we only take 1,000 surnames from a local telephone directory. You know, a telephone directory has millions, not Malaysia, perhaps millions, only millions, billions. What's the population of Malaysia now? Is it 34 billion or million? Million, impossible. Is it billion or million population of Malaysia?
I
Uh,
think it's million only.
Million only, not billions.
No, because billion
It's too
the
many.
yeah.
Kan? Yeah, I think million also. Not that many, isn't it? Malaysia.
yeah.
Is there any country with billions?
China.
China.
China, I think.
Yeah, perhaps can. I enjoyed the speech by the president. Do you call him the president of China last night? His speech is about unity in all the countries in the world in order to fight the COVID, and I like that kind of spirit. But I'm very concerned with Europe. They are very calculative in a way when support are given to third world countries, and Asian countries are mostly third world countries like Africa and Asian countries. So I hope you guys are keeping up to date to the world environment also. So anyway, coming back to here, yeah. So we have X. I'm going to create the table, so don't mind me if my lines are a bit not nice. So I'm just visualizing that you guys have done it. All this work. So you need to list it out, yeah, from 3 to 10. And of course, the corresponding frequency, we have 13. Give me time just to copy down all the values. This is expected of you. So that's why this first lesson, I'm just showing you what is expected of you to do. That means you have to write all this out. And of course, because this question is asking you to find the sample mean and sample standard deviation, also the upper quartiles. I'm not going to touch the upper quartiles. Did you do the quartiles, Calvin?
I did, but I don't know I don't know how to write the formula.
Okay, but you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will not touch on the quartiles though, because I don't want to confuse Noel and Farah, who had not. I believe you haven't done it yet, Noel and Farah.
Oh yeah. Haven't.
Yeah.
So I'm not going back to this question though. We'll be doing new questions next week for quartiles. So I might share just the answer with you guys also. So since this question is asking us to find the mean, so definitely you need to find the fx. That means how do you get fx is 3 times 13. That would give you 39. So each one you would do the same thing, like you calculate 4 times 102. That would be 408. And you continuously do that, multiplying them. And what is your summation fx?
6,453.
Correct. Thank you, Farah. Yeah, so that's the answer. And because the question also asks for sample standard deviation, so I'm not sure whether you did it, you also need to get the fx squared. But I just explained it to you now so that when we have the lesson next week, it's easier for learning. So you see, we already got fx, right? Yeah, we already got the value of fx. So in order to get the fx squared, the value of fx, you need to multiply with the x again. That would give us the fx squared. So that's what you need to do. Yeah, you need to do the fx, the value of fx, what you get here, you multiply with the x again to get the fx squared. So that means 39 times with 3. And that should give you 117. Same thing, 408 times 4. And that should give you 1632. Is that clear, class? Now this
Clear.
fx squared is for the standard deviation. Okay, so you calculate it until you get summation fx squared, and the value should be 44,305. Yeah, so the mean, because this is a sample mean. Yeah, for sample we use this one, x bar. So that means it is summation of fx divided by summation f, and that means 6,453 you divide by summation of f is 1,000, because here this is the summation of f is 1,000. So when you divide them, you should get 6.453. That is Yeah, because number of letters in a surname. So roughly we have 6.453 letters in a surname. Like my surname, it's 6 letters. Yeah. For Chinese name, normally it would be 3 and 4, right? So this is considering with the lengths of surname in the telephone directory. So just to share with you the sample standard deviation. So same formula as just to share with you the answer. Yeah, I know Farah and Noel hasn't done it, but I just want to show how it is done. So since it's a sample, so the symbol we use is the S. Yeah. So because this is a sample standard deviation with a frequency, we have summation fx squared. Just to share with you the formula, I'll discuss this on Monday again. Notice that the difference with the one that we did just now is slightly different. Yeah, in such that instead of summation x squared only, we have summation f x squared. That's the only difference, because this particular data now, the data we're discussing now, has the frequency value. So that is why we have summation fx. Yeah. So from here, you just have to put the values that you have calculated, which is 44,305 minus with summation fx is 6,453. This you have to square first. Now again, a lot of students get confused with the value of the n. Which one do you use? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No, not this. Yeah, it is referring to this value. Yeah, that means here you are to use 1,000. Yeah, and here divide by n minus 1 is, of course, 1,000 minus 1 is 999. And all this you have to square root again. And of course, when you calculate that, your S would be 1.6329 letters. Is that clear?
Clear.
Clear.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Let me move a bit. Yeah. Okay. So, no question, yeah? So that's the difference, yeah. When you have a frequency, the formula slightly changes. All right. So, if no question, then we move on to the next question. Do you want to have a break? Are you okay?
Okay.
Yeah, no need to have a break like that. So I just close this again. Just to clear it. Okay. So for the next question, I think I'll have to show it to you guys step by step as well, because it's bigger, isn't it? We have 40 telephone calls from an office via the office switchboard. Yeah, I think I better do it step by step. You notice also there's adjusted frequency. Do you notice that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because like normally the size is only about 1, 1, 1, 1 like that. But then now we have some are with bigger size lah. Yeah, like 5 to 10. Yeah. Right. So let's start. We have duration. That means the class boundary first. That's your class boundary. So you have 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5. Now notice when you're solving this kind of question, it's always best to have a table. Yeah. So that is expected of you to do also in exam. That means you must show your table. Yeah, you must show your table so that how do you say? It's clear for you to do the calculation. I'm thinking about the class width. Yeah, if I look at it, what class width did you choose? Because this question requires you to draw a histogram, isn't it? So what is your class width?
1.
Did you take 1 or 2 here? 1, right?
Not yet.
What is your class width you took for here?
Oh, you don't you draw the histogram?
Huh? Did you draw the histogram?
No, I just sketch random. I just
Okay.
I got sketch only.
Yeah, but if let's say I asked you to consider the width, it should be 1, right? Because 0 to 1 is just 1.
1.
And then 1 to 2 is 1. 2 to 3 is 1. 3 to 5 is 2. 5 to 10. 5 to 10 is 5, right? And 5. Yeah, so that's your class width. And then you should also have, well, it's given in the question, the frequency. So that would be 6, 8, 15, 5, 4, 2. So class, normally if I draw it on the whiteboard, when we have classes face to face, my handwriting are normally clean, okay? It's not messy like this, okay? Now, why I want to show you this is because of the class width for these 3. Yeah, this class width. They are not equal. So when you sketch it, which may be asked in the exam, so that's why I really wanted to show this to you guys. We have to do the adjusted frequency. So doing the adjusted frequency later on, we add another patch to this so that it's easier for us to see then. So of course, the one with the size 1, the frequency doesn't change. You know what I mean by that? Yes or not? Like these, the size is the common one, so we don't need to change anything with it. So 6, 8, and 15, the frequency is the same. But when we reach to the ones with the bigger size, yeah? So that means we take the common class size is 1 times, well, 1 times 5, the frequency, and divide by 2. Same thing here, 1 times 4 divided by 5. And the last one is 1 times 2 divided by 5. So if you remember, to get the adjusted frequency, it is the common class size times with the frequency, and then divide with the class width. This is the formula, yeah, covered in chapter 1. So basically all this will give us different values. Yeah, we should get, if you calculate this, you get 2.5 because 5 divided by 2. And this one should be 0.8 because 4 over 5. And this one should be 0.4. Yeah, so when you draw it, yeah, this one is also another tricky matter. Everyone clear about getting the adjusted frequency?
Okay.
Yeah, Farah, okay, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so from all this information, Can I get another page? Yes. This is page number 2. So if I want to draw it, again, I'm sketching, but by right, you guys should be drawing on actual graph paper, okay? So this is what we call as the adjusted frequency. Yeah. And then we have 1, 2, 3. Then 5 a bit further. And then you have 10, which is further, and 15. So this is 10, this is 5, this is 3, 2, 1, and 0 here. So roughly about 5, 10, 15. So roughly about you have the value of 6 here. And then you have the value of 8 next. And then you have the value of 15. And then the next one is about 0 to 1, 2, 3, 15, or 5. The next one is a 5. And you can notice that when you draw the last two, which is 0.8, a bit further away, it's wider and shorter. So it should be drawn something like that. It's a bit messy, my drawing. I want to change the screen for all of you, but it's a bit messy.
So we need to do the graph, do the table, and then draw also.
Yeah, you have to. You have to show it accordingly. Let
No
me
need so
get.
accurate, right?
Come again?
The drawing no need so accurate, right? Just
Hey, accurate though. Must be
just
accurate.
just sketch. We need the graph paper to be accurate, right?
Yeah, you need graph paper.
Oh.
That's why I want to show you the actual one. I have the actual one. Hang on now. Just to make sure that everybody is correct. Let me get to the screen first. It's a bit messy. If I look at the screen that what I've drawn. Ayaw, tidak boleh. Let me close this screen first, just to make sure that you see what the actual drawing is. And let me share from this screen. Okay. Can you see this screen now?
Can.
Sorry. So this is how the diagram should be. Notice that you label here. I hope you can see my pointer. The y-axis is labeled as standard frequency. The title, you must name it as histogram of the duration of 40 calls in minutes. Now, this is not drawn on actual graph paper, but you should be able to visualize that it is. You see the scale must be correct. 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. The measurement is correct. So you see it becomes flatter towards the end. And of course, you should label it as duration of call in minutes. Okay, what's wrong with my screen? Like it's unstable electricity I'm facing. It's flipping here and there. You don't see it, right? But I'm seeing it in front of my PC. So this is how you should draw it, basically. So it's important that you should label the title. You should label the y-axis, standard frequency or adjusted frequency, and you should label the x-axis as duration of calls. Is that okay? Okay, so maybe I should make it bigger, then it's easier for you guys to see. So another thing is you should be able to see in the solution as well. Now this is the histogram, right? So just to share with you, we also obtained the cumulative frequency. Yeah. Where's my pen here? You can see cumulative frequency from 6 to 14 to 29, 34, 38, and 40. Remember that the total of the frequency here is the same as the total frequency. Yeah, they should be the same, right? And then just like what we did just now, the value of x, how do you get 0.5 here? Because it's a group data. So what you need to do is 0 minus 1, sorry, 0 to 1, you have to add them up and divide by 2. That's why we get 0.5 as the mark, class mark. Yeah, so in a way we get the midpoint. And then each time we also need to get the f times with the x to give us fx. So you see 6 times 0.5, you get the value 3. 8 times 1.5 to give you 12. And once it did all that, you have to add all the values to give you 127.5. And of course, we also need to calculate fx squared. That means the value of fx. You multiply again with the x to give you all this value. And the total is 730.7. Is it clear so far, class?
No need to do two tables.
Yeah, no need. If you can fit it into one table, it's okay. But it's a requirement that students to show the table, meaning your work is organized. Some student they didn't do the table. They immediately write like this. They write summation. I'm using my mouse to write again. So they immediately write like this. Yeah, they just write summation fx squared equals to that. It's okay if your answer is correct, you still get marks. But when your answer, let's say you accidentally type on the calculator wrongly, you write 725 point something, I will not be able to check, oh, maybe he made the error here, which part. At least I can still give you marks. Yeah, so that's the disadvantage when students don't show the work on the table. Yeah, but it is required that you show it so that you get the marks as allocated. Yeah. So once you got all these values here, then we go on. Let me just show you the full working. The median. Now remember, I've explained to you the median for group data. It's not n plus 1 anymore. It's simply n divided by 2. Well, I didn't explain to you. You watched the recorded ones. Yeah. It's only n. So it should be 40 divided by 2 because total frequency is 40. And 40 divided by 2, you get 20. So from here, from the value 20, I think this is the one that, Noel, you messaged me, right? So from here, you just need to refer to the cumulative frequency because we got the value 20, right? So looking at the cumulative frequency here, we take the value 29 correspond to the value 2 to 3. Yeah, because 14 is too small. So we take 2 to 3, and as you can see here, that's why the class boundary is 2 to 3. You all following me? Do you understand?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the calculation of the median, this is the formula. So since it is 2 to 3, so the lower class boundary is 2. That's why we have 2 here. I hope you're looking at my pen. Plus with the size, the class width is 1. Because remember, 2 to 3 is only 1. So that's why it's 1 here. And the frequency is 15. Because if you look back here, the frequency is 15. So that's why we have the value 15 here. And then 40 divided by 2, the n is 40. divided by 2, that's why you get 20, minus 14. Now, where do we get this value 14 from? Going back to the table, it's this value. That means if you have selected this as your median class, the value directly below in the cumulative frequency, directly below it is the value you put into this formula, the summation fm minus 1. That's the value 14 there. Yeah, so you have to use your calculator to calculate it. 20 minus 14, you get 6. 6 times with 1 over 15, then you plus 2. That should give you 2.1 minutes. That's your answer. Is that clear?
Okay.
No question? All okay?
The answer, when you answer, do we always need the formula first?
Oh, yeah. No, this one not necessary. You mean writing this formula, Kelvin?
Yeah.
No need. If let's say you're rushing, you'll be rushing for time, you know. But then again, this sem it's open book and it's 3 hours, right? Still 3 hours. When we start face to face, I don't know when. You'll be given only 2 hours for this paper. Yeah, so maybe you won't have time to write the formula, rushing. So it would be best. I mean, as long as you get all the values correct, no marks for the formula though. Yeah, but of course we check each of the values that you have written and the calculation is correct. Okay, but good question. Yeah. So I hope you are clear on the median. Do you know, is there any values there that you're not sure how to get it?
No.
Okay, Noel is okay. Kelvin also, I think, okay. Farrell, okay also.
Okay.
All right. So the mean basically 127.5 divided by 40. So you see, this is the value of the mean, the summation fx, right? 127.5 divided by 40. Yeah, so that's why we get 3.1875 minutes. That's the value of the mean, right? Again, from the question, it also asks you to find the mode. Did the question ask you to find the mode? No. Then the quartiles, right? I don't want to touch on the quartiles here. This one we discuss next week. Yeah. But you can see the answer, how it is calculated. Yeah. I'll discuss it further next week. Yeah. But the standard deviation, just like what I've shown to you, well, we got the 730.75 here, right? So you can see its place here, minus with 127.5 over 40. Oh, this is incorrect. Do you notice that, class? What is incorrect here? What is incorrect in the answer here?
Oh, the 40 also included in the square.
It should be only the 127.5 should be squared. The 40 no need to square it. Can you help me check the answer? Is it correct? I mean, it should be 127.5 to the power 2, and then you divide by 40. Okay, then 730.75 minus with the answer, and then divide by 39, and then square root it.
Yeah, correct.
Tidak lah, the answer not correct. Oh, I square root it already. Correct. No, it's 8.3165, right? So when you square root it, you get 2. Because this is the standard deviation. So when you square root it, then you get the standard deviation 2.8838. I got exactly the same on the calculator. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys understand how to do the calculation. Any question, anybody?
No.
No.
Yeah. How about you, Kelvin?
No.
We still have 30 minutes. What do you want to do now?
Hey, miss, the
Yeah.
mean,
Sorry?
the mean,
What?
mean, the
Oh,
up.
did the mean here Canada?
Yeah, how to calculate again?
How to calculate the mean? For this question,
Yeah,
this one you use the summation fx divide by 40.
oh, okay.
That's how you get this value. That's why 127.5 divided by 40, you get 3.1875. The mode, you mean?
No.
Did the question ask for the mode? I don't know where my handphone already. The question asked for the mode.
The question asks for mean, median, and the lower upper quartiles
Okay.
and
The
standard
standard
deviation.
deviation. Yeah. So the quartiles, I won't touch so much on it yet. But the standard deviation, we've done it in the previous question 4 just now, kan? So it's similar lah in a way. Clear already?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so let's see what we can do now. Say I give you guys a break because our class is until 2:30, right?
Got the marking scheme for questions. Like
Got the
like what part?
markings.
What part is 1 mark? What part 2 mark? Like that.
Oh,
Like when doing
mm,
questions.
yeah, it depends on the parts. Like this one, like the standard deviation it's normally about, just to share with you, because it does change, but the standard one doesn't change, of course. This one is normally about 3 marks. 1 is for the formula, meaning you chosen the correct format of the formula, because a sample and a population different formula, and then the working would be 2 marks. Yeah, like the mean here, normally it's only 1 mark, but here already 1 mark, and here is already 1 mark also. Here would also be 1 mark. That's how it's calculated. And here normally it's about 2 marks. Yeah, no marks for the total frequency, of course. Yeah, this total frequency, no marks allocated to it. Drawing of the histogram, the standard marking is about 5 marks. What am I saying? I write 4 and then I say 5. I guess because I'm thinking it should be 5 marks, but I see a lot of the marking scheme. It's always 4 marks allocated for that. Median, okay, this is important. You know, the statement of median class boundary. This is where a lot of students lose mark. They didn't state the median class boundary. Here, another 1 mark. And the overall calculation is about 2 marks given here. Yeah. Yeah, basically that's it. What else did I miss? Normally class boundary, they assign 1 mark here also. Yeah. So sometimes,
So got marks for making the table kah?
this table,
Yeah.
yeah, ada. Like here, you see, like the class boundary 1 mark, the calculation fx, the x, and the fx squared. These 3 things are the most important thing lah, basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's about 3 marks lah when you show it. If the question has adjusted frequency like what you see here, then it will be 2 marks. Depends. Some examiners, they just give 1 mark. They say it's repeated, so 1 mark only. So normally that's how the marking scheme is now. Yeah. Now the 4 marks for the histogram, it's normally 1 mark here, the title. Now the 1 mark comes from, you must have written the correct the term histogram and the correct variable. That's what is being checked. And you must label, that will give you half mark. Here also you must label, that would give you half mark. And then of course the correct bar with the correct height everything must be correct. That would give you the 2 marks, yeah? 2 marks from the 4 marks. Yeah.
But must use the graph paper, right?
Yes, must use the graph paper. So I think I've asked the course coordinator for this subject. I said, because for other subject I know already, the diploma students, they are not asked to use graph paper. What is given is the graph is drawn in the question, and the student have to get the information from the graph that is drawn. So I asked the examiner, the course coordinator for this subject, whether you need graph paper, and then the reply was a bit odd, I feel. When there is a question requiring you to use graph paper, then you would have to draw the graph. Something like that lah, the sentence. So same case. That's why I need you guys to be ready. Especially when you draw adjusted, yeah, the scale, like 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, they are all this common size can. Then when you go the bigger one, make sure the scale is also accordingly. Yeah. And yeah.
Okay.
Still
Get
need
it ready lah. Huh? Sorry,
Right.
Calvin.
graph paper.
Come again?
Just need to draw the graph paper.
Yeah, still need to draw on actual graph paper because unpredictable. I don't know the examiner this time whether because like as you know, we can also read the mode from the histogram. Do you remember? When I was explaining to you that you can get the mode by drawing all this line up to there and all this.
Oh,
Yeah, my drawing is very bad. Remember, you take the highest one. If you have watched my recorded ones, because I cannot afford to. If only I have a ruler, then you draw like this can. We can get the mode. So from the intersection here, you can read the answer down. Yeah, sorry, you can read what is the value of the mode. Yeah, if you check out the video, yeah, recorded video, I did explain about getting the mode from this. So this is another way to calculate it, and you can only read the value here if you have drawn it on actual graph paper. If you use it on white paper, A4 paper to draw like just a sketch, you won't get the exact answer. But again, that's why I asked confirmation from the course coordinator whether need graph or not. The answer was like that. So to be safe, it's best that you guys know how to draw it on graph paper. Because I'm not the examiner for your paper this time. I'm only the examiner for the diploma. Last time I was the examiner for degree student, but this time they give me diploma level. Yeah. Any other question?
so far no.
So okay. So yeah, we still got time. What do you want to do now? Do you want to do a past year question? But still you cannot do the whole thing lah. You cannot. Is there any parts in the notes that you're unclear, like you're not sure that you want me to explain? We could use this session so that we can discuss on that. Any parts in the notes that you're not sure that you would like to clarify?
Maybe just the standard deviation, I think.
Oh, but that one I'll cover next week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why.
because I haven't covered it in the notes that I shared with you. I haven't covered it. Do you want me to go through the lecture notes today? We still have about 25 minutes.
I don't know.
You decide. I'm okay. Yeah. Do you have class afterwards?
Have
You have?
3 o'clock,
What time?
3.
Oh, wow, that's still a long way. It's only 2 or 5 p.m. now. Would you like to do a pass here?
Can also.
Yeah, why not? Can let me see whether I have a pass here, because I haven't uploaded it in the Google Classroom. I think I've downloaded a few questions. I've shown you passive question, have I not? Did I show you any passive question?
I think a quick look only.
Oh, so maybe this is a good chance for us to see the past year. Yeah, let me just go back and present. I have the window ready already. So this paper is 28 April 2020. Oh, 4 hours. Wow. Oh, this is new for me also, guys. 4 hours, man. You're given 4 hours.
I think for graph, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the reason, because diploma is 3 hours. I thought you guys will also be getting like 3 hours. Apparently not, okay? So same thing, same hoo-ha that you have to ensure that you follow. And this, but you see, this question doesn't ask you to draw the graph. Okay? You see, compute the mode and interpret its value. Compute the mean and standard deviation, calculate the median and the first quartile. So normally the first quartile is about 3 marks like that, yeah, for this one. So that means you have, let's say you don't do the first quartile, you get 4 marks, 18 marks already in your hands. 18 marks by just doing this, right? So maybe we can do this, class. Is this a sample or a population question?
Sample.
Yeah. How do you know? Because of the word sample.
A sample.
Yeah. Normally the question will tell us whether it's a sample or not. Okay. So why not we do this? Can or not?
Okay.
Yeah, we do this. I display this question first. Of course, I'm not expecting you to do the first quartile. Yeah. Do this one. The standard deviation, I think you can do it already. So I give you time to go through them. 2:15, can or not?
To finish answer.
Sorry? Yeah, to discuss lah already lah. 2:20 lah, 2:20.
Okay.
All right? Okay. I'll see you guys in a bit. If any and what happened the biggest? Because all now basically find lower the lower I, and then C12 is the highest. Do take note, if you take class, is accuracy will be there. So, and then FB is the Hello. Have you finished?
I'm at
Not
standard
yet.
deviation.
Huh?
I'm on question 2.
Oh, question 2. Okay. So do you need a bit of time,
Yeah.
or do you want to discuss already?
I think discuss while do can.
Can, of course. But I just show you the answer.
Okay.
Can I close the screen already? This one, the question?
Okay.
Can.
Yeah, I closed this one because I'm sharing from my iPad the solution. Oops. Oh, Jamboard. Yeah. So can you see the screen? Yeah. So a bit messy. I just work it out just now. Did I get the same values as you all? Did you get summation fx equals to 2,725? This one? Did you get this value?
Yeah.
Did you get summation fx squared as 126,485?
Yeah.
yeah.
No need to write the there.
mm?
The yeah. No need ka.
What mm?
No need to
cm
write
or m?
unit.
It's mm.
It's mm, right? Why did I put the diameter here? Centimeter, it should be mm. I did write, Calvin. It's on the final answer.
No, I mean the frequency, the sum of frequency squared, that one, x squared, that one. No need to write
X squared.
the sum above.
What do you mean, huh?
You
The one that 2,727.
Or you mean to write the mm there? Yeah. Is that
don't
what?
need.
Yeah, no need for this one. No need lah. No need to write the there. Better
Okay.
use. Okay. So yeah, basically this question is not that difficult, because if you look at these, the class boundary, the size are all the same, isn't it? Yeah. So I didn't copy the original values, which is 30 to 34. I immediately write the class boundaries. Okay. And then I obtain the class mark, or the midpoint, which is x, and then calculated all the fx and fx squared. And these are the values that you should get. Yeah, I hope I calculated it correctly. Now, it's important to state the model class, which is 39.5 to 44.5. If you have stated 40 to 44, that would have been incorrect. Okay, so the calculation of the mode, we should take 39.5 because that's the lower class boundary, plus with 18 minus 8 over, this is the formula for the mode. That means the 18 is the frequency of the modal class, minus with the frequency before, and divide by 2 times frequency of the model class minus frequency before plus with frequency after, and overall multiply with the class size, which is a 5. Yeah, and that should give you 43.0714 millimeter. Did you get the same answer?
Yeah.
Okay, so the question also asks you to give comment, isn't it? So you must write here, this is normally 1 marker, the most diameter in millimeter of 60 bottles is 43.0714 mm. So this one should be stated also. Yeah. And then the next question is asking you to get the mean, yes or not, and standard deviation.
Yeah.
This is the calculation of it. So the mean is just simply getting the summation fx, which is this value, yeah, divide by the total frequency, which is 60, you get 45.4167 millimeter. And the standard deviation, because this is a sample, so it's definitely an S, yeah, you should get, putting all the values in, you should get 6.7954 millimeter also. Did you get the answer? Hello?
Miss, if
Yeah.
population, right? P.
Sorry?
If population.
Oh no, population is simply written as like this. It's
No.
a sigma. I don't know whether I did write my sigma nicely, but it's a sigma.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So the last part is asking you for the median, right? I haven't
Yeah.
managed to finish it. So the median, we need another part here, which we need to get the CF. So we have 3. By right, you should have, I mean, I don't have enough space, but it should be written nicely accordingly, starting with 0 on top, yeah? But we have 3, 3 plus 8, that would be 11. So have you calculated this?
No.
11 plus
No.
18, how much would that be?
29.
29 plus 14, that would give you 43,
43.
53, and 60, isn't it? So to get the median, first of all, we should use 60 divided by 2. That would give you the 30th value. So 30th value, the value 29 is too small, isn't it? So the best thing is to take this value.
Miss,
44, yeah.
if the n is odd number.
Or you mean the n, the 60
Yeah.
here, is
Also,
odd number. Still divide by 2.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that means our median class is 44.5 to 49.5. So once you got this, we have to put it into the formula for the median. It's actually called an estimated median. So we have the lower class boundary plus with the class size, which is a 5, yeah, divide by, this is a 60 divided by 2, minus with 29 here. And the frequency is 14, isn't it? So when you calculate this, have you calculated it? So we have 30 minus 29 times with 5 over 14 and plus with 44.5. That would give us 44.8571 millimeter as your answer. Okay, class?
Okay.
Is that clear?
A lot of working I need to do.
Yes,
For
yes,
each question.
Calvin. I agree. That's why it was a shock for me to realize it's 4 hours. Yeah, but this is what is expected to be written by students.
You must use the notebook one.
Must use the notebook. What do you mean?
Cannot use the word to write all the answer.
Oh,
Must use
no,
notebook.
you mean
Yeah, the answer.
you mean typing your answer?
Yeah.
Cannot type so much too slow.
Yeah, you have to write. You cannot type. if you type, it takes a lot of time because you have to insert the formula. I mean, not insert the formula, but you have to use the equation, right? And that would take time. So imagine when I prepare the lecture notes, the slides, it takes so much time of me. And compared to if you just typing text, you can do that for other subjects. But for maths, you have to write it down and then scan your answer. Yeah.
Miss, the one, the diameter table can straight away put the plus boundary.
Oh yes, of course you can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
need like separate.
Or did that, if you do that kan, it will be very lengthy kan, Farrell?
Yeah, very.
Yeah. If you didn't put the original question, also can. Straight away you put the class boundary, it's okay. Yeah. So that's the discussion for today. Next week we're going to learn about the measure of dispersion. So I hope the tutorial, then we can do another past year. So I hope all of you will be ready for the assignment and also the final stuff. So it's a good discussion today, class. Any other question?
Mm, no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, Kelvin, how about you?
Next tutorial we need to do until when? Until
Oh,
when?
you're so advanced, Kelvin. I haven't looked at it, but of course, cover all the standard deviation lah. Yeah. I might touch on probability also next week. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so thank you, everyone. I'll see you next week.
Thank you,
Bye
Miss.
bye.
Okay, miss. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.